Hello, viewers. Welcome back to In the Air, a cricket fan podcast. Hi, viewers. This is part two of episode one, where we have the conversation of, as a fan, what we expect in women's cricket in India. So, yeah, let's dive straight into it.
Actually, I want to say my observation here a little bit of which I have observed over the years. There's one discussion that goes on in Twitter that the quality of cricket, like people generally say that the quality of cricket is less in women's cricket, and that's why they are not getting viewership. And this is one of the points that people say. But this is my observation from over the years that the quality of cricket matters maybe only 20%. The viewership doesn't depend on the quality of cricket. I can take example of my mom, if I can say. My mom loves watching cricket, but she and all my aunts and everybody in my house watched cricket during the period when Saurav Ganguly played for India, because we were Bengalis. So when we knew that okay, someone from Bengal is playing, they followed cricket religiously during those years. But since the time Saurav Ganguly has retired, my mom doesn't watch India matches now. I mean, she maybe sometimes if she doesn't have any work to do, she might switch on the TV and watch a match. But the way she used to follow then, ball by ball, she's not following right now. Okay, so what is it's not that the quality of cricket is bad now and it was good then, right? It's not the reason. The reason is she felt kind of represented by, yeah, she felt the kind of connection with a cricketer. She felt represented by Saurav Ganguly, and this is the same thing that happens in IPL. When you take the city's name, right? It's Kolkata versus Mumbai versus Delhi. People feel represented. They feel okay, my team is playing. My mom watches IPL, by the way. Okay, because she doesn't see the people who only follows cricket very religiously. They follow cricket globally. They will only understand the difference in quality.
Yes.
Other people, the normal viewer, the 70 to 75%, I can say, they don't care about the quality. They just want to feel represented. They want to feel the connection with the team. They just want to enjoy. They just need that excitement. And in women's cricket, I think this is something we are lacking. We are not creating the connection between the players and the audience. Okay, we are giving names like Trailblazer, Supernova, Velocity, who we don't even, we have to remember, okay,
Who's
Velocity,
who's
Trailblazer.
who's into I have no, like,
Yeah,
you see
And
that
change,
banner
right?
and
It's
then you say
stopped.
okay, she's there and she's there
And
like
correct.
that.
So
it's
only
changed
people who,
between seasons also, I guess. Some players
yeah,
changed.
they change their team and what, like we have to
Yeah.
actually follow it or get to know. I mean, we have to search about it so that we know, okay, who is playing where
Even
or
that
what is
searching
the
is so
team name.
difficult to get,
Even the
you have
searching
to,
is very
it's
well.
so
Yeah,
difficult to find that information also. So totally
right,
true,
right, right.
Yeah.
right,
So
Poulami.
you have to somehow create, if you want to promote a game, if you want to have a viewer, like a huge viewership, if you want to engage audience, you have to create that connection with the players. You have to create the connection with the team. So that
So,
is where I think we're lacking.
Yeah, I
on that note,
just to add to
Mhm,
what Poulami just said,
mhm.
we as people, we remember the human stories. You see all
Yeah,
these
yeah.
advertisement and all, what do? They touch the human emotions, that, and then you remember, okay, you remember a Cadbury ka chocolate card where, there was this cricket game going on and the girlfriend jumps on the
Yeah,
field
yeah,
and
true, true.
she does like this, and you connect to that. And
Mhm.
imagine the stories our players are having, the hardship they had to follow. I think we just have to show it to the guys, to all the viewers, and that connection, when you have that connection with the player, like you said, with cities and all, once we get those stories out, it is so easy for me as a player,
Yeah,
as a fan, to connect with certain Meg Lanning, or a certain Shifali, or a certain Ashwini, like coming from Jharkhand. What was her story? You relate to it because every person has gone through ups and downs, and when you see these fighters coming up, winning against odds, it's so easy to relate to them, and then you just follow it. It's so human
yeah,
nature
yeah,
basically. This documentary, the record which has come for the ICC World Cup T20, the Australian board has created, right? Those two
yeah, yeah, yeah.
episodes, but it was showing their journey, right? It showed everything. So I think this something like this. I think BCCI has a huge stories on which they are sitting. I don't know if they are
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
trying to get it out or not, but I think that
I don't
is
think so. They
so
actually
easy to
think about it, right?
connect with fans. Like I
Yeah,
feel like.
broadcast. I mean, that's
Yeah.
generally like
They don't
the
even
way I
care
see it,
about
right?
having a proper schedule fixture.
Yeah, I think it actually all of this, right? All of what we discuss, I think on some level it comes back to the board, right?
Yeah,
Right,
So people say
right.
this.
Everything
yeah,
comes
that's
back to
what I
them.
wanted
See,
to
for
mention.
example, yeah,
Yeah,
for
sorry, go on, go
just a small point. Yeah, for example, like I told you, like for Saurav Ganguly, my mom used to watch, right? But when Jhulan Goswami got selected, that time also similar kind of hype is there. But why people couldn't watch Jhulan Goswami is because her matches were not broadcasted.
Not
Just
Yeah,
imagine if her
Yeah,
matches were also broadcasted, maybe my mom used to follow her also ball by ball. Maybe
so
she would have, but she didn't get a chance to watch them. She didn't know her schedule like she used to know about Saurav Ganguly. So
so
there
the
is
thing
this
they're saying,
difference.
so the thing they are actually saying is like, from their perspective, is like, since the broadcast is not receiving a huge audience base, they are not, they don't get the enough revenue from out of it. So that's why that's a.
Yeah.
But let's take
It
this.
has to be the other way around.
Yeah, I let me give you an example. Okay, my
Mhm.
co-host in a Tamil show, his name is Mohan. He pointed out this interesting thing. Okay, like let's not talk about IPL. Okay, IPL is a big thing. Okay, I wanted to talk. We discussed about this TNPL. That's a interesting concept. Tamil Nadu
Tamil
Premier
Nadu,
League, right?
right?
So
yeah.
it's an intrastate competition. It's a domestic level competition. You don't have that players, right? You don't have that star-studded players like what they say in IPL, right? They are like
Mhm.
a common people that they those who are trying to be part of a state side, domestic
State
state side,
side.
right? They don't even represent the state side at that time. So
Yep,
this
yep.
concept of TNPL is a domestic tournament. It's a very very basic interstate tournament, but the way they promoted it, that's where it's it rose, right, to the level of the interest
Yeah,
in
yeah.
match, right? The promotion they just told that like, okay, the next series that it's going to be a TNPL. Even when you follow the national international match, okay, in the Star Sports or a
Mhm.
Hotstar, in their
Mhm.
segment, the pre-match or post-match segment, they are actually they'll promote, okay, the cricket doesn't stop here. The next in a couple of days, the TNPL is going to start. Right? They put a
Mhm.
promo about TNPL. They talk to some players, ex-cricketers,
Mhm.
in their opinion. So that's that promotion. There is a promotion involved there. Okay, and the
Yeah.
way they
Yeah.
like brought in like ex-cricketers like Matthew Hayden, Brett Lee,
Mhm.
Scott Styris.
Mhm.
Those guys
First
were
I was telling you.
those guys came into this setup and they commented, did the commentary for this TNPL. Okay, they even Dean Jones. Those guys know about this. So whenever the IPL auction is happening, whenever some player from Tamil Nadu is being picked, they know those players because they have seen them in the TNPL. They're playing for the TNPL. So that's a kind of promotion. They brought in this. The first time they brought Dhoni to start the first match. They inaugurate the first match of the TNPL. So
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
it's a Tamil Nadu thing, right? So with
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Srinivasan.
very
connections there.
attached
Yeah.
to Tamil Nadu.
So that's they made an effort to promote that game. So now people get to know, like after 1-2 season, they get to know, okay, this is a Kobe, there is a team from Coimbatore, the Kobe Kings, like there is a team from Chennai, there is a team from Trichy. These are districts. These are small districts which is represented by few players. Now people know that, okay, okay, we can follow this team. So tomorrow if there is a match happening in my hometown, I go actually.
Mhm.
If not for all matches, at least I can go and visit for one match, right? That's the amount of
Mhm.
interest you put into this
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of this marketing, because of you promoting this player, okay, right? So
yeah,
even
yeah, yeah.
one match I wish to go and watch it, right? How my players. So that is an this is the marketing part of it, and because of this, I wanted to talk about the depth and those kind of things. Because of this, you can see the progress in Tamil Nadu in 2020
Cricket
and white
wise.
ball cricket
Hmm.
in last 2 years, 3 years. So you can see the amount of
Yeah.
players that started to grow and coming out and getting selected in IPL options like the Shah Rukh Khans, the Natarajans. There are still few people
Mhm.
who are not selected, but still they are very good. Like we have a person called bowls like Malinga,
Mhm.
who is like visually
Very
impaired.
good.
Like Periyasamy. Okay, so there are stories about it. They are covering those stories. They are covering those stories. They are bringing those talents, right? That's what we have to do for women's cricket. So it's not about the big stars, big name or quality of the cricket. How you promote the game, how you
exactly.
make the viewer engaged to excited about this game, right?
Yeah.
It can happen. It doesn't require a huge McLaren or a huge big star. Yeah, that's how we wanted to bring in new audience, because cricket has a
New audience, right?
huge thing, right? So right now it's majority of people feel that women's cricket doesn't have that talent, okay, because they don't know, they are not aware of it. Okay, if you go into social media, the most talk is like quality, depth. Okay, so that's how they feel like, okay, this women's cricket is like this, but that's not the case. So
Yeah.
wherever you get a chance, try to promote it. So I don't see a promotion for a international match between India and South Africa in happening in a Hotstar, right? They have a they will tell like, okay, in between a segment they will tell, "Oh, there is a match happening between the women's."
Yeah.
That's a few minutes of. Why don't you talk about it? Why don't the commentator ask the commentator as a producer?
Yeah,
All these
create
things
the
are,
hype.
yeah, all these things are given to them by the producers. All the talks, like topics, most of the topics, the producer can give it to them, right? So why not you give them the topic? Okay, talk about this for a 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minute. Okay, so those millions of fans who are watching this men's cricket can actually tune into this women's cricket, right? They actually tune into women's.
Yeah.
So even there, so that's a big gap. So BCCA has to, end of the day, like Habil said, end of the day, it comes back to the board, right? So that's how I feel like even when a state cricket board like Tamil Nadu Cricket Association can do such things. I think that there is the same happening with Karnataka as well, right? That there is a Karnataka
APL as well,
Cricket
yeah.
League as well.
Correct.
So there's same thing happened with Mumbai League as well.
Mumbai T20 League, correct.
Yeah, but I think the way Tamil Nadu cricket promoted that game, it got a huge response. So that's
But no, this is so great. And if you are worried about the viewership, let's say, okay, fine, you are worried about, and you don't want to think in this level. Let's have the women and men matches on the same day. Every ground has 3 or 4 pitches there in the right. You have some, so it's not going to affect your main men. Let's say if men are going to get the best one, okay, let's play the women on the side one. Okay, not an issue with us. Ultimately, what we want game time.
at
That is
least
how you
after
grow
men's
your
game,
game.
right? At least after men's game,
Maybe
they
after,
play women's game.
maybe
Something
after,
similar to
maybe after or before, whatever you feel like. It's not, if you are worried about the viewership, and let people see those players, then only you will get to know how good they are. If you come in and see that Ashwini coming in and straight away hitting that six, you see the power. I was like, oh my god, she can hit those big sixes, right? If
Yeah.
people are not able to see it, how will they know that, okay, we have, whether we have power hitting players or not, or it's just Harman or Shefali, that. So I feel like, and ask those state boards like Tamil Nadu is doing. Even if you do 20% of your income revenue, whatever you get from BCCI, if you invest that, even that 20% of that in the women's game, I'm sure you will see such a huge return of investment in few years down the line. Because right now we are not getting anything. The women, I don't think any state association is putting even 20% effort in their game. I don't even think so. Imagine if you do that, what will happen if from each of these states we have, what will happen?
this state comparison actually remind me. I'm sorry to change move topic again, but basically we've had these guys say that we don't have enough talent for 4 teams in the women's IPL and they've lost momentum and whatnot.
Poulami
Right?
was,
Oh
oh
my
my
God.
god, Paul. See, I think you guys
But
did that
Don't get me
virtual.
started on.
yeah, I think it's seen that as no, but
Yeah.
we've had in Bangalore we've had I think it was the Falcons Cricket Club who basically had a 4 team tournament with a few
Mhm.
national cricketers invited and
Yeah, Nippon Cup. Yeah,
playing, yeah, the Nippon
Falcons.
Cup, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly, the Falcons Cricket Club tournament. But so if they could do that with 4 teams with just like a few international stars and the rest all were basically Bangalore based players, right? They're not
Correct.
even
Correct.
like
Yeah.
state level at other states and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So if that could be done in Bangalore what is stopping the
That
board from
is
doing it? I don't
worst.
know.
Yeah, we have enough. If you
Yeah,
include international
absolutely.
stars, we have enough players for a 4 team IPL.
And that tweet about
Absolutely,
14,
absolutely.
it really made me sick.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
that
that
14. What is 14? What you're talking about 14? You have something in the
I don't know,
14.
and I think he was a big personality. It's
Yeah,
not
I,
expected
Yeah,
from
I, I,
him.
that
It's
was
not
like
expected from him.
that was shocking. Like he started
Yeah.
some like what's a
the
fund, a trust or something like to a wing,
Hmm.
separate wing to like a branch to promote
like it's
to
a
find talents.
TRTW, na?
Yeah,
Yeah,
The
yeah.
rural development wing or
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
Right,
That
where
was
forgot
like
that.
shocking. Wow, this guy is talking like 14. What is 14? And he was part
And
of, I
Uh,
think, part
Kind
of
of good.
BCCI something like he was in a Punjab. He was in Punjab cricket board something. I was shocked. Like, how
He's,
can someone like
I think he's part of the
this?
Karnataka board point as well.
That's
no,
straight up
I
it's
think
all
racism, right? You know, like
it's
he
it's
doesn't care about women's cricket. He is talking about men's
yeah,
cricket.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the
So
internal thing.
where do we get this information? Where do we get this all the non-live informations, right? So that should be people fans should aware of it, that bcci.tv is the official BCCI site where you can
website.
see ball by ball coverage, not commentary, ball by ball live updates on the cricket scores.
Score,
So like
score,
you
yeah.
can go to this domestic or international match, you can click on it, that you'll get the ball by ball score. Not in sites like ESPN, Cricinfo, and CricBuzz, they don't cover the domestic or women's cricket that much.
I
So
don't
there's
know.
one more
That's
thing,
good.
like
That's good.
That's good.
one more interesting point. One of our Twitter follower, my friend Swati, she pointed out like we need
that's
to
me.
have
This is
That's
yeah.
me.
I think
That's me.
sorry.
Right here.
Surabhi, I guess Surabhi.
Different Swati.
Survey. You
Pointed
said
out.
Swati.
It's okay.
I'm
That's
getting
me.
gathering too many points, right? I have to,
Yeah,
I mean,
fair enough.
put out the correct things. I don't want to miss out on points, which
Ah,
are good, right? She was having like this saying that there was no proper fan engagement, right? That there's like
Right.
Yeah.
in if you watch an international men's cricket, even in Hotstar, there is an option to engage, right?
Chat
You can chat,
chat option is
right?
not there,
So
right.
right?
those
that
kind of
is
things
that
are.
is one way of engaging your viewers, right? That's how you
I
tweet
think,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
talk about it, and even though you get some stupid people also there, but
Yeah,
again
that's
Right.
that is one way of engaging the viewers and getting that commentary and those comments right away. I mean, it's very easy to chat with your friends and watch it, right? Instead of going to Twitter and then tweet. That is one way, right? That's the only option we have right now to engage or to talk to other people about this and get their views, right? But I feel like if you want to get people engaging, invested into women's cricket also, please have that chat option open on the Hotstar streaming. And the one thing even the broadcasters can do at least is have some right information showed, right? Okay, like I think Poulami, you only showed it, right? That someone
Hmm?
was given out, that person was going and
It is
Oh
all
me.
yeah,
the
yeah. Somebody posted,
it was
not me.
yeah, it's
That's
just
me.
Just
out
out.
by whom, by
It's me.
what the hell, like, right? And that was like, come on guys, you even for a domestic male game, you will not I don't think you will have that kind of thing, right? They will at least have proper who got whom out and by what it
That's
was.
that's
So
that's a
uh,
catch took by
that
Veda Krishnamurthy, by the way. Like
I
he's the
think
international star, right?
you have to, first of all, you have to respect your players, and you have to respect the viewers who are watching your game. If you will not have a good experience for a fan, they will obviously not come and watch those matches or streams, or they won't even come to a stadium to watch it.
Yeah,
Enough. This goes back to the board again.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Everything
The
goes
board
back to the board.
no, this
You
this
can,
goes to the
uh,
board, and your I think this is
That
something
as well.
because the streaming partner can also,
No,
I
no, no.
think
No, no,
they
Obviously,
no,
they
no,
have
no.
the
This is board. This
right,
yeah,
is board.
right.
of course.
board, and
No, no,
that's
I
okay.
mean, the streaming partner, at least if they are showing it, Hotstar is showing it, they can give their feedback. Okay, you guys, I'm giving my servers, I'm giving booting up my machines for you guys, but at least provide me something, because because you are giving a bad name to my, because I was tweeting saying Hotstar, why, what the hell are you doing? So it is definitely going to have a bad experience for someone like Hotstar guys
That's
being
why
shown.
that's why
So
I feel they don't want to broadcast women's game, I guess. End of the day.
They just
get
want to
get
mess
your
up.
get your
Yeah.
shit together, and I'm sure they won't have to face at least these basic things, right? Come on, out by what, by whom?
Yeah.
ऐसे out हो गया
I
करके.
Yeah.
definitely want to have a conversation with a someone from a broadcast fraternity. Like, 'cause I wanted to like know why it's
Yeah.
not feasible.
What the
Like
issues
some,
are and why. Yeah.
Yeah, like how much is owned by them and how much are they told to do,
yes,
right? Yeah, I
exactly.
also want to know actually. That will be great if you can get someone.
I
I
think
want to
Yeah,
know the
I
business
think
behind it.
I
Team
want to find that
goes into
whoever handles this Twitter of BCCI. Want to invent him.
because that is, because if you talk about it, this is something which we are lacking right now about women, that marketing, if you do not
Marketing
have a
team, yeah.
good marketing team, then that is something wrong, right? I mean, right now we have all the talent in the world. I mean, I cannot see this Australian team doing so much better than our Indian team. That thing is like, apni team क्यों नहीं है? So I feel we have all the talent. It's like marketing, getting it all professionalized, central and all that. So that's what we are lacking right
Yeah.
now.
I
Maybe
think
we
more.
need something
You
like that.
guys,
Yeah,
Maybe we need something like that 1996 World Cup, where I think it was Mr. Bindra who was the BCCI head then, where all this money came into the Indian cricket team, and all the Pepsi and all those things came into
The
picture,
conversation.
right?
Probably
Right.
That
I think it,
commercialization, that is now us, we need to get that into the women. Maybe the Tatas or the Mahindras, they have such base that their brand is so suited for our women cricket team. Maybe we need to get them as sponsor, make a
no,
business
it's
case for them.
easier now, I believe. Like promoting, then it was difficult. There was no social media. I think now
Right,
it's
right.
easier. So if you guys are following the 100, you can see their
Mhm.
social media
they
handles,
they
how they
they
are doing,
yeah
right?
they,
They're creating
it's so
jerseys.
nice, they, and
It's
it's
nothing from them actually. I mean, it's not much effort for them. They have a template. They just need the name and number
it,
and just putting it and
T-shirt, right?
responding. But people
The
are getting engaged. They are in competition with IPL, which is like the biggest
right,
league in the world. But they have started
and
promoting it like 4 months ago.
they
And even
still
you
right.
can
place it
see
with
how they
pretty
have
much the
promoted Ellis Perry's inclusion in Birmingham
Yeah,
Phoenix,
oh
right?
my god, that
They
was so
created that
amazing.
group chat, yeah,
Group
and
chat,
they
and
created
they,
that doll out of Ellis Perry. He's like revolving, and people are welcoming
right.
her. And then there is this group chat, digital group chat going on, welcoming Perry. So they have promoted it for like 3 days that they have got Ellis Perry. This kind of thing is there. It's needed. I mean, we are already attached to that league. I will watch that league. I
Yeah,
know that.
definitely, because
I
that is
have got my
something
own
new.
jersey as well.
That is pretty new, right? And you
Yeah,
get, and for something like this, you do not need like big money
correct. It's
professionals. You get
just
two, three
developers and
developers,
social
and
media team. That's
you'll
it.
be able to do it, right?
Yeah.
So
It's a
yeah.
template. You get a name, number, it will just
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. Done.
So
Simple things, but see how many engagements they got. They actually got overwhelmed. They stopped it.
actually,
it
Yeah,
will be
yeah.
first of its
Let's
kind.
see.
So I believe story is truth well told. A good story is truth well told, and all
coming
we
back,
have to do is
I think
just
this circles back again to the commentary as well. Like we need commentators who just not
Mm,
explain the game. We need some storytellers like Harsha.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
not a cricket expert, but yeah, he's good
yeah.
in telling stories, right? He keeps the audience engaged. Like okay, there's something happening in this thing. So we need some storytellers. I think the next I think to Harsha, I feel Gaurav Kapoor is covering this Crickbus.
yeah,
This thing.
yeah.
He is very good in this storytelling. So we
That's
need
it.
people like that. We need people like that in women's cricket as well. We need also we need people like Lisa Stelekar, who's like a very vocal in. That's painful thing is like some what to say, like a private tournament like road safety is having this huge coverage, right? Even though the legends of the games are playing, but still
Mm,
the production value which goes into it, they brought from Lisa Stelekar from Australia, right?
Yeah,
Australia.
yeah.
Our plan should be to participate in IPLs. She should have that plans, but they asked her to come even before that and to
Okay.
be part of this broadcast, right? So also Ronak Kapoor, I think he is also someone who has a good knowledge in this. He's covering for
Gautam Bhimani, you can get in the
yeah.
factor of that, that bliss factor with Gautam Bhimani. He can
So
come in
these
into
kind of
that.
things can be done for this women cricket as well. I don't understand
Right.
why at least at the minimum a 30 minutes of coverage between the toss and the live match, right?
Yeah.
The experts, the
Yeah.
Amuls and Ajay's are already there.
And
So the experts who are already there can actually give some insight about that. Okay, this is the place which we are selected for the game. These are the not players which are not selected for the game who can be part of this game, but they missed out this opportunity, right? They can talk about this because at the coverage of your match, I think I mentioned this in my article as well. At the coverage of the match, all you get the time is to commentate about the live happenings. You talk about the players who scored that at the moment. You don't get to talk about the players like before the first match Simran played, right? I don't know
mm,
who Simran is, right? But this can be covered in the previous matches. If proper
Yeah.
time is there, they could have told like, okay, there is a girl from Delhi who's very good in like so and so area, like she bowls it, she can be a she can be good addition to the team.
yeah, they are trying her for the all-rounder pacer,
Yeah,
all-rounder
so
medium
these
pacer.
kind of things we don't know as an audience, as a fan, we don't know much about her, right? Who doesn't follow domestic cricket have no idea who she is, right? So those kind
Yeah.
of things can be given as an information as feeding. Sometimes you have to feed the user, right? Sometimes you have to feed in the viewers to get more more interest from them, right? You have to educate.
Right.
I think that's the
Agreed.
yeah,
Same.
one of the points I just wanted to point out 2 points, like from Arindman Shah, I guess. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Like he pointed out this thing, like naming the tournaments after the cricket legends. That can actually have some
Yeah.
things, right? So instead of
Added value. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
instead of calling like senior one day trophy, senior one day trophy.
Trophy.
That I don't see a women's star in the that's a senior one day trophy. So what's that? What's correct? What's that? How a common person will understand that, right? So you need to have
I
some legend's name like Vijay Hazare Trophy. It knows like okay,
That
it's
should
a
be the
Mm-hmm.
Shantarangaswamy trophy. But yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I
So
didn't
True.
I had to actually before tweeting, I was trying to put a hashtag to it, which tournament is going on, and then I saw the senior
Senior one day.
this.
so
Okay, fine.
senior one day trophy.
I'll leave that tag. I'll just hashtag Jharkhand and go Jharkhand like that. So I will like that. So,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. When you put a on, when you make it like Vijay Hazare or Alan Border and Gavaskar
Mm-hmm.
Trophy, immediately you attach to it. So if we can get something like a Anjun Chopra or
He
all those
suggested
kinds of
this.
players
Yeah, he
in
suggested this Mithali Raj like
because
going
she
trophy.
is a big name in Indian women cricket, right? Because
Yeah. Yeah.
when I was a kid, that was the only name I used to hear, like Anjum Chopra. She hit a good century and like that. So I relate to that. So I think we can because if maybe there might be even more players. I mean, I have no idea
yeah.
about it, but yeah, we can. It would be a very good step actually to
BCCI should act
get
with the
even those
yeah.
players
Mm-hmm.
get recognized for all this.
This
Yeah.
Twitter user is a
Absolutely.
doctor actually. So
Yeah.
another Twitter user, she told like, yeah, the problem we discussed is like 3-4 months, and at least we need to have pictures in like for 3-4 months to know like to engage with the
Mm-hmm.
fans. We need to know like what's happening, right? So even if I say I thought of an idea like why don't we do a proper fans review for a women's game, right? And I thought this on the
Mm-hmm.
second last match of India South Africa
We're
T20.
done for the series.
Yeah, we are done with the series. I don't know
Yeah.
when the next thing is going to happen, right? So there are
Yeah.
a lot of things. We have to have some plans with these things, fixtures, everything that
Right.
help the fans as well to connect with the game, to grow with the game, right? So we have to think. I think end of the day, the BCCI has a big part in it. Like in, I mean, taking the women's game to the next level. They have the money. If I don't know, like what's the take, like if only they invest the amount which they get from the women's cricket, that's not going to work, right?
Maybe have a women cricketer on board and maybe
Yeah,
have a
that's the
say there,
one thing I
because
wanted to ask.
I
I don't
I
know, like
don't think they have I don't think they have any female cricketer in their board or something like that, any position or
there are
something. Maybe they
chairwomen for huh?
Sorry, what,
Neetu
who
Devi,
who
I think
what
she
who
is
is
who
the
all are the members of the BCCI women board? Any idea?
No,
I
there
have
is
no
no
idea.
separate women board. I don't think there is any
there's no
separate
separate
women
women
they
board.
board.
have
At least they should have
committees,
some
right?
separate, like
Committee at
What?
least. They have to, yeah, they have
No,
to
it's
put importance on
I
it.
just
Then all these things will come
I
automatically.
don't remember which country it
Absolutely.
was, but they were discussing about this abortion thing, and all the people in that room were male. So imagine you are talking about whether you should give the right to abort or not of a human body, and all the people who were discussing about this were males in that particular room. So you will never have a fair representation unless you invite the women into the game, right? You have to get them
The
in your
actual
boardroom.
perspective that matters. That's what.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
true that.
so it's okay to have a men's perspective, but also the main thing is to be
Yeah,
like a woman's thing, right? Because we are talking about
Yeah,
yeah.
women's thing, right?
You have to
If
have
and
representation from
I think
everyone.
I
if
think
today
cricket
if today
Australia is
me and
basically
Habil
like
talk,
a
that's
yeah,
of no
that
use,
would
right?
have been
We would have
would have
not
been very
Yeah,
good.
know that Poulami is want to be an aspiring cricketer at a young age, and we would have not known that information, right? No, that's a good thing, right? So
yeah,
this
yeah,
is thing, like if the cricket has been promoted, women's game has been promoted properly, promoted correctly,
yeah,
maybe you would have taken the
yeah.
risk of like
Of course.
why not? I can try it as a career, right? I can try it.
Yeah, at least in
Definitely.
this age, whatever is there. Even if I was young that time, maybe I would have taken cricket
Yeah,
even
that's
now,
what I'm
because
saying.
I can see Harmanpreet, I can see Smriti Mandana.
Right.
That
Right,
time there was no broadcasting, no matches. I didn't even know that can be a career in that. So as
right.
a
So
middle class family, first thing you will think about is to earn money, right? And
right.
if you can't see a future in something, you won't go for that, no matter how much
Definitely.
passion you have for
That's
that.
what I don't want to, like. I want the main reason I want the IPL, women's IPL with a more team is
Yeah,
like because it gives a chance for other players. If you are not giving chance for other
correct,
players, like
correct.
the same 11 players who are playing in the international matches is going to be divided into three teams and playing. There is no, I mean, excitement, right? You know,
Enough.
okay, these are the
Yeah.
players I know. What are the players we don't
Yeah,
know, right? Bring some talents which we don't know. Why IPL was big hit is not because of the stars, established stars, right?
yeah,
They contributed, but the likes of Paul Valtati, those knocks remains in our
Right.
minds, right? The Paul
Swapnil
Valtatis,
Asnodkar in the
yeah,
previous
so the
one. Yeah.
first IPLs, he played some wonderful knocks, and
That's
mhm,
even the guy, I forgot his name, like the guy who calls with the like in Malinga some different action, wrong action for Rajasthan Royals. I
Shival
forgot.
Kaushik. The hey, this Gujarat Lions had Shival Kaushik. I'm not sure if the
Yeah,
first name.
so these kind of players, even the Bumrahs and Hardik Pandya, before they became a stars, they were like an unknown
yeah,
persons, right? So we need
yes,
those kind
yes.
of persons, like people to come into women's cricket.
I spoke to I got to speak to Lisa Salika basically for a couple of articles I did, and
Okay,
this is one thing she said which was actually like I mean I think if you see the recording of that conversation you can see my face light up when she said it. But she's like it's like investing in a house basically.
Right.
So you
Mhm.
put the money in instead of in a house, and then you reap the rewards later, rather than letting it be in your bank account and just get a little
Correct.
interest on it over time.
Interest and on. Right, right.
Yeah,
so
Yeah,
that's the one
passing
thing.
figures right now. Yeah.
Investing,
Sorry,
right?
go on.
They have to start investing in this kids right now,
you have to start
straight away,
investing.
right? There is
And
no point in
this
holding
is
back.
like high time they have
Definitely.
to do it, because it's very right now it is very good time for them to do it, because and imagine your segment is like half the population of the country. You have to tap that market, right? It is just lying there. You have to tap in. You can see how this soccer is football is growing in India, right? Now young players are able to make a career for themselves. They don't have to worry
Because of
about
that,
it.
as
They
I
are
said,
getting,
yeah.
yeah, they are getting the professional contracts they are signing. So imagine someone like Poulami, if she gets a contract at that time, she doesn't have to worry about putting because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, everyone has to put food on the plate for their family, right?
Hmm.
That's what it matters. So if you have that security, if you know that there is a structure there, and you can forget about the money part and just focus on your game, imagine where we will be. So I think it's high time they should do it.
So the thing I think is like women's IPL. If BCCI is not promoting normal women's game, international women's game, how will the franchisee will have the trust, right? They should know, okay, if I put a money
Yeah.
in this thing,
I will
at the
get
end of
back.
the day, it's a business, right? They want
Of
some, if they
course,
invest
of
something,
course.
they want something out of it, right? They want something, at least
Of
a
course.
brand value. So if you are not
Mhm.
promoting the game, how they, even the brand will not be valued, right? End of the day, they don't even know, okay, that's the people will not know this brand if you are promoting with the women's game, right? So that's the thing. They don't want to associate with the this particular women's IPL if you are not promoting it, right? So BCCI has to
Obviously,
start
yeah.
effort, putting effort to promote this game on their own. The first thing, then only they can bring in franchisees like, but
Mhm.
it has to start somewhere from the BCCA. BCCA, they just
Yeah,
can't
that is
say
the first
ask
point.
that franchisee to, okay, you invest money, you recruit players, you do whatever you want. That cannot be the thing, right? You have to promote the game. So yeah, end of the day, I think someone should start women's uh, CL, ICL, right? Something like ICL, they start women's
Right,
CL,
right,
then
yeah.
BCCA, oh, no, we have to start our own IPL. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
True, true, true. I mean,
it's because
Yeah.
because of that thing they started IPL. It's not because they don't wanted to think like, right. They started someone called they started ICL. They wanted to
yeah,
have control. They wanted to have this money coming to this board. They started this IPL. So
Mhm.
someone
yeah.
yeah
Bye,
I'll have to
Swati.
drop. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
connecting.
Thank
It
you
was
so
Bye,
great.
much.
Talk
bye.
to you
Thank
guys
you.
To
later.
it.
Thank you,
Bye.
Sure.
Swati.
Bye.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Nice meeting you.
Thanks for your time, guys. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Well done.
See you. So catch you later.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye. See ya.
Bye. Bye.
Have
Bye.
a great day, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye
Have
bye.
a great day. Yeah. Bye. Bye.